let me request Lalit Jain, who is a director from the Department of Environment, Science and Technology and member secretary of HIMCOSTE, Government of Himachal Pradesh. Uh, if you can bring some case studies from Himachal.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. With due regards to OP Gupta, sir. The first case study which I would like to share is that uh, B. Pushatha sir was just talking about kya bhulun, kya yaad rakhu. I happen to be a common citizen of his district where he was a district collector before joining the services. And having seen his initiatives, which brought back teachers to the school and led to opening up of a model school in the district. So it is the first disruption which was seen even before when I joined the service. And in those days, IT was not that in fashion as it is being talked of today. Having thought of IT in those times is really commendable. Uh, yes, we have from the services, we deal with different departments, whether it is IT, whether it's rural development, district collectors, subdivisional magistrates. One thing which has brought the most disruption in the government is IT. There may be talk about changing laws, there may be talk about removing old laws, bringing various amendments in laws, but it is the IT which has unleashed a great development vis-a-vis the governance. From my experience of governments, in Himachal, we are first asked to join as block development officers. That is the first posting. In those days, Narega used to be one of the most flagship schemes of the government. And I have seen the times when Narega used to be totally manual and the times when Narega became online. So which led to a great change as far as productivity was concerned. Muster rolls used to be manual, they became online. All the works started being geotagged, so all the bogus entries and bogus works, they were no longer there. And so on. And then as subdivisional magistrates, we were regional transport officers also. So again, those times when licenses would be made manual and the times when the licenses finally became online, and then the times when the driving test itself became online. Now earlier the people would be generally looking after touts or middlemen who could make the driving licenses a simple fundamental document which is required by all the citizens for driving their vehicle. And now the times when everything is online, you need to just punch in your details. You need to give your driving license in designated, electronically operated, simulated driving testing facilities and so on. And finally, the times when COVID came. And I was a director of rural development having to deal with various issues of panchayats for Himachal being primarily a rural area. Now, when we talk about Himachal, it is not only a pharmaceutical hub, but Himachal means the great mountains of Lahaul Spiti, the border which Himachal shares with China, having to deal with villages, about 300 plus villages where there is no connectivity of telephone. And with COVID with us, I think we were saved primarily because of information technology, where we were able to reach and convey our messages to the people, and also hold video conferencing with the various stakeholders, that is the pradhans of the panchayats, where we could get their feedback, we could tell them what the government is doing, and we held about 100 plus video conferences from our department. So that was the biggest impact which I saw. We also involved our politicians, our public representatives, even the chief minister would speak to the pradhan of the Gram Panchayat at the lowest level and seek his feedback. And second initiative which we did in COVID which was a great success. One day in a week or after every 15 days, we would fix to hear public grievances online. So we would float a Zoom ID, which would be well publicized to everybody. Any citizen of Himachal Pradesh, he could join that video conference and convey his grievances to us. And third, as revenue officers and as quasi-judicial authorities, the online hearing of cases, which was started during COVID. We never thought about it because people generally throng our offices for these hearings, and since we are not regular judicial courts, so there is less of a discipline. Even lawyers did not take us very seriously. Once we started online hearings, the hearings were very regular, the lawyers took us seriously, and then even the litigants knew what is happening in their case. I think that was another disruption with the help of IT, which we were able to do in the governance process. Now in science and technology, we are dealing with, since environment department is also with science and technology in Himachal Pradesh, there's a very important permission which is sought by all the builders, all the project proponents, that is environmental clearance. It is commonly known as EC. So getting an EC is such a big hassle, but thanks to IT, we have an online portal where the system is first come and first go out. That means whosoever applies first, he will get his case heard first. So otherwise there used to be so much of a safarish culture. Politicians would be calling us to take up this case, reject another case, whatever. But now with IT, everything is online. You are able to monitor all the cases, and even our lives have become better, and it is also for our clients for whom it's very easy now to deal with cases. One thing about IT which is very positive is, as sir pointed out, that when they had biometric attendance when he was Director General of School Education, so people would be tempted to tamper with the equipment. So the beauty of IT is that if biometrics were being tampered, we had face recognition. So face recognition is very easy. You can have your face recognition devices across this room, even on the roof or somewhere where it is not accessible, and it simply captures your face, and hence your attendance is marked. As many times in a day you are out of your room, it will again mark your attendance and absence as the case may be. So this is the beauty of information technology. We have a problem, we solve it. We have another problem out of that solution, we again solve it, and so on, until we reach perfection. This is what I really feel, appreciate about information technology and times to come. As O.P. Gupta sir rightly pointed out, I think when we talk about India, it is information technology that has had the most important impact as far as governance is concerned, as far as growth and development of the country is concerned. And it's also true that for future years to come, it is going to be IT that is going to be the cheerleader. Of course, other sectors are very, very important, but as far as governance is concerned, the most important sector would be IT. Thank you so much.